Oh my god. I hope that this thing can actually hold my camera. Okay. Hiding stuff from the camera. Wow. This is the magic of filmmaking. Hello, hi, welcome. Okay, I think it's on. I think it's fine. This video is about Dark. So yeah, I just watched Dark and it was kind of a surprise for me because my girlfriend was asking me to watch this show for quite a long time, and I was like, yeah, maybe put it on the side. There's other stuff I want to watch, and we ended up watching it. As I said, she was asking me to watch it for maybe a couple of months, and I was putting it off. I was like, okay, how good can this show be? Why are you asking me to watch this over and over again? Well, there's a reason for it. As I said, my girlfriend is a big fan of this show and I wanted to watch it. So we just watched season 1. This is a video about only season 1. If you're disappointed, sorry about that. But it's great. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. It's great. I love the show. Let's review it. The story starts off pretty dark, by the title of it. With the suicide of Michael or Mikhail, it depends. Goddamn, am I already spoiling stuff? God damn it. Okay, I hope I'm not, because that's a pretty huge point in the movie. It starts with the suicide of Michael. We also get to meet our other characters in his family, and they are kind of they're very struck by his loss, but at least the son is. I think the mother isn't very struck by it because she already found someone new in her life. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk too much about the story because this series is better experienced if you don't know anything about it. At least that's how I was informed to watch it. So I'm just, telling you now to watch it this way as well, because that's how I watched it and I loved it. The movie is about time travel. I'm gonna spoil this because this is pretty much the whole concept of the fucking show. I don't think it's a spoiler. I think if you watch any review, it's gonna say this. I'm predicting it because I haven't watched any reviews on it. I can predict that everyone's gonna talk about the time traveling aspect. It's just that the story of it is kind of very mysterious, but it's also really compelling. Yeah, that's how I feel about the story. It's just the story is really, really, really good. I think it gives us a lot of questions. It also gives us answers while giving us more questions. It's really good. Well, the structure of it is really good. I don't know if it's good for everyone. I'm kind of doubtful about that because the story seems to be going pretty slowly. Now, with the reducing attention spans in most people nowadays, I think that this can be quite the issue if you're not into slow burning films. That's how I'm calling them. But I also think that this is actually one of the reasons why it is as good as it is, because the series takes its time. It's well enough paced to not be boring. It's well enough paced to not bore you with stupid side stuff. Everything is connected. That's the tagline of the film, of the series. I'm sorry. It's pretty interesting that everything, according to a lot of people and the directors themselves, everything is planned out. And by the looks of it, it looks like it's planned out. Like every season came out during the same time every year. It's like if everything's planned out, it's certain to be planned out release wise as well. So that's a very good thing. Now about the story, as I said, it's a great story story mode. I'm going gaming review. As I said about the story, it's a great story. Honestly, I think that it was done very well production wise. And script-wise, I think it's a great script that works very well in all fronts. So, yeah, fight me. Anyways, voice acting. Wait, voice acting? This is a live action film. How? Okay, we're gonna talk about the acting. Now, first off, I have to say that this is a German show and they speak German, and I'm not German, so to me, it seemed like they did their job very well. I think the acting was very convincing. I don't know how to me it was convincing. I don't know if you're German, if it's gonna be good for you, because there's also Bulgarian films that come out like in Bulgaria, and a lot of people might be like, well, this is very convincing, the acting, but to us it's like terrible acting. So to me the acting seemed very, very authentic, I'm gonna say, and I thought that everything from the production side of things during the film, the film, I'm always saying the film, everything production wise during the show, I think was great. They clearly had a vision for the series and they just went for it, and I loved it. And even I heard one interview, the directors, they were like, oh, we had this idea for a time traveling movie and we had this other idea, then we pitched it to Netflix when we combined both ideas. So I love the transparency of both directors. I think that's very good when you have a transparent director talking about how stuff is made, really. Like, they're not like the Duffer Brothers telling us, oh, everything was planned, and then you just watch the series and it's like, bro, you did not plan any of this shit. Come on, this is ridiculous. Anyways, as I said, story is great. The characters are fantastic. The characters are actually very interesting. Some people might seem like they are very innocent, but when you continue watching it, they kind of become very greedy, suspicious, and I think that this is a great thing for a TV show. It kept me wondering what will happen next. Structure-wise, I think it's a great show. Now, I honestly cannot wait for the next season. I know it's already out, but I have not watched it, and when I watch it, I'm gonna talk about it probably. So yeah, I thought that the series season 1 was very good. The only downside I can think about at the moment was that they kind of used too much of the theme, the diving violin, I'm gonna call it. I started making fun of my girlfriend for that and she was like, you always ruin the suspense of everything. I don't know, it was a great idea at first, but when they start reusing it over and over and over again, I kind of felt like I didn't like it that much. But if this is the only downside, yeah, I absolutely recommend this show. It's definitely a show that you must watch. It's not that long of a show either. It's 10 episodes, 40 minutes each. It's pretty interesting, and if it doesn't grab you, well, you can stop watching it. Am I right? Or you're like me and you have to watch everything when you start something. I don't know. Okay, do I miss anything? I did talk about the story, great stuff. I talked about the characters, the actors. I think they do a phenomenal job. The makeup department is really good. Overall, as a whole production, I think it's a very, very well contained production. Moving forward, the ending of the show actually kind of surprised me. I don't know if I'm gonna spoil this for you, but the show kind of ends on a cliffhanger. But when you see them talking about the show, it was clearly planned to have a cliffhanger and a continuation. So it's kind of like, okay, is that a cliffhanger or is it the end of the first part of 3 parts? It doesn't really feel like a cliffhanger. It can still be kind of a self-contained season. Like, if you don't like the first season and you decide to stop watching it, I think that you can get a self-contained story that's still pretty interesting. And yeah, if you have a Netflix subscription and you haven't watched it, I would definitely recommend it. Bro, I don't know what I'm on about. Okay, before ending the video, I'm gonna say I love the theme of the whole series. I actually love the visuals. The cinematography is absolute perfection. Well, okay, not perfection, but it's absolutely great, and I honestly can't wait to watch the next season. Maybe even today. Who knows? We'll find out. So if you like this video, you know what to do. That was my video about Dark. I liked it. If you want to recommend anything to me, join the Discord or write it in the comments. I would love to watch something that you recommend. And yeah, if it's something disturbing, I'm okay with that. So you can go as dark as you want. Actually, can you recommend me something darker than the TV show Dark? I've watched a lot of disturbing stuff, so you have a lot of competition to deal with. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, again, drop it in the comments down below. And maybe subscribe. I don't know. What is this camera, bro? What am I shooting on? Again, I don't know. Sorry for the messy room. The video is over now, so you gotta be going away now. So I didn't apologize before that, but if you reach this part of the video, I should apologize because you're already part of the gang. So yeah, I have a mic. That's just because I don't know what to do with this thing, and I just have it lying around, and I don't want it to be useless. So I decided to use it for this video, and I think it looks kind of interesting, you know, me holding a mic instead of just talking to the camera. I have like more stuff to play around with, like I can do this. Okay, this is going for too long. See you guys in the next one. Bye.